Hello, everyone. Dottie's joining us today, aren't you? Again, happy Wellness Wednesday, everyone. Okay, spreading positivity. We're going to talk tonight about how the map is not the territory. So you might be thinking, what is she on about? And I want to explain this. It's a really great analogy around our mindset. So please let me know where you're tuning in from, how you're going. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. And I'm going to get straight into it, short and sharp tonight, but really powerful. I want to interrupt your news feed with some positivity. So maybe you're feeling a bit worried at the moment. Maybe you're consumed by some negativity, some conflict that's happening around us. Maybe you've experienced conflict in your life, whether, whatever realm of your life it's in. Maybe just feeling really over that collective energy that's just quite negative and, not feeling wonderful. So it is a very, very, very unique time in history. And instead of feeding into the stories, I wanted to share some tips and tricks that are going to help you with your mindset and to help you to feel more uplifted and empowered and to focus on the good, because when we focus on that, we get more of that. So question for you, what if we believe that the map is not the territory? What does that actually mean? So it's a really, really great mindset strategy that we can use to be able to calm ourselves when we are faced with frustrating conversations or communications or content that's out there. So you might actually be on the end of a particular perspective. And the map is not the territory is a really useful tool to be able to use to support us in understanding other people's perspectives and where they might be coming from. So what happens is that it's our own subjective, limited sometimes perception, our own maps that make it mean that it cannot actually be the territory. So it's an interpretation, right? All of these things are interpretations, our own interpretations, our own unique interpretations of what's happening. So I'm going to break it down for you a little bit more. So the experiences that we create of the world are through our five senses. So what we see, what we hear, what we touch, what we smell, and what we taste. And this is our unique territory, right? And we all take in information through those senses into our brain. And because of conditioning and past thinking and experiences and things like that, we actually can see things differently to what someone else can see them. So this is our map within our brain that we create from all of those things in the past and way we communicate with ourselves and others. So what this means is that because our internal map or the external world is actually shaped by our experiences, it can never actually be the same as someone else's. And in any one moment, it can be totally different. So what's happening externally can never be the same as what's actually represented inside of your brain, because we distort and we change things around. So you might see, let's take, for example, camping. If I said the word camping, what comes to mind when you think the word camping? For some people, it's like a tent in the middle of nowhere in the bush. For some people, it's like on a beach with a camper van or a caravan with friends and family. So we all have these different maps of inside our brain internally of something external. That is why the map can never actually be the actual territory that we're talking about, because the words that we use are a really our limited way of being able to describe things in the world. It's the only means that we have to describe things, right? And it's really hard to describe what's going on in here and getting it out into our words. So imagine that each map is actually as unique as our fingerprints. So just like our own maps in our head and our fingerprints, they're so unique and no two are ever the same. Now, the bottom line is, depending on the context and our own backgrounds, people are going to make different meanings of the one same thing. So isn't that interesting? Different backgrounds, different perceptions, something happens externally, but two people are going to make two very different assumptions of the same thing. And as I said, the words that we speak are just a limited description of our experiences. They're the best description that we have, but they're quite limited. So there you have it, really short and sweet today. I really just want to talk about how we have our own unique beliefs, just like our fingerprints, our own unique perceptions of the world internally, that when we look at an external event, no two people can actually see it the same way. No two people can see, camping the same way. We have different images and meaning inside our mind. Same with what's happening in the world. We all have different perceptions, different ideas, different beliefs, different values, and that's okay. The thing to recognize, the call to action for tonight, is for you to start to notice how very, very different the maps are of different people in your life. So even when you're scrolling socials, just notice, different map, different map. This map's for this map's against this. And just get really curious and saying to yourself, interesting map. Like when someone behaves in a certain way, or you see a certain post, or you see, some kind of communication, or have some kind of communication with someone, just saying to yourself, interesting map. Interesting map. So getting some comments through. I have this feeling the energy was quite heavy until today. Today, I felt the energy shifted in a positive way. Yeah, awesome. And it's really great when we get good news and the energy can start to shift. It's awesome. But we can also start to shift our own energy. And on in the hub and also on Instagram, I've put in an infographic about the 5 things that you can do today to redirect your energy, to focus your map on some positivity and get some more joy and light in your world. So remember, here on in, interesting map when something goes against what you're seeing in your external world. So have a beautiful Wellness Wednesday, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for joining me.